Oh, I'm coming, man. I'll be there very shortly. Just give me a second, man. I'm irritated, frustrated, and I need to be sedated. But while I keep y'all waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and just play the startup music. I know we played it twice, but I need a couple of more minutes. But I need y'all to know that I'm here as well. All right. So all right. Cut the shit. Stop the press. Stop the motherfucking press. All right, man. We cut the music off early. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut the music off early. I know y'all done heard the music several times today, and I just ain't want to keep, turning y'all up with that music right now, man. Let me see. My camera all fucked up. Try to get y'all been tuned in. Y'all been tuned in, man. Y'all can see me. We've been hopping off, hopping on, trying to get the remote so people can call in, video in. We've been having technical difficulties with that. Uh, it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot going on, right? But hopefully everything is good right now, and we don't get interrupted anymore as I sit here and try to get my frames together, make myself a little bigger so y'all can see me, so I can see me. I got my mic up here because we've been having volume issues, right? We've been having a lot of volume issues, so I try to bring in my mic a little closer. But I want to appreciate Mad Dog for constantly trying with me for hours, trying to get this stream together, right? And we think it was something with the software to let people, video in and be on the show. So until we get that situated, man, I guess I got to do more trial and error things before I can actually get that situated. But you know, until we get that situated, we're gonna put all of the video calls on hold. Right now, we have a situation in the league, right? So, and this is an important thing that just happened because we had a trade that go on. We had a trade that went down, right? And there's no voting, there's no veto on anything. I try to, give people the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully that everybody is not, everybody got some type of integrity to their fantasy play, and there's no collusion or anything going on like that. And I also, like, if there's an issue, like if you accidentally hit a button, if you accidentally hit a button and you didn't want to make that trade, or you didn't want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, you can just say something, but you can't be a repeat offender to where every round you making accidents with your trades or your picks. You know what I'm saying? But a slip up is gonna happen sometimes. I would expect that to happen a little more with the faster round than an 8 hour round, because that's part of what the time is for. The time is to allow you to go over your trades, to negotiate them, to send counters, to do research on your trade. Hell, it's AI everywhere. You know, Football is money. We have a trade assessor. Part of the betting and the draft dominator and everything like that. So there's different ways to actually see if your trade is okay, or click on it and make sure that you reading it right. You know what I'm saying? Just look out. I mean, I understand it can be intimidating playing in a room full of so-called fantasy gurus, but everybody lacking something somewhere, man. And at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a fun sport, camaraderie, building bonds. Be here for the experience, not necessarily to try to fuck nobody over. And that's what I feel like that's what was going on. You know what I'm saying? We out here just trying to, enjoy the moment. It's fantasy time. It's not even fantasy time when we already drafting, but we all know that it's coming. But I know I just made a short story long, but I'm gonna continue. It was a mistake with a trade that happened in our dynasty league. I looked over it. You know, it's a little wild, but most trades are wild to me. You know what I mean? Um, but I still ended up letting it go. I let it go. Everybody cool. Nobody say nothing. We just sitting around waiting on someone to make their pick. Okay, hold on. Let me go do something. We have to we gotta go redo, and this really fucked up because we gotta go redo these trades. We gotta redo these trades. So I let me let y'all see what I'm doing. Let me let y'all see. Let me let y'all see what I'm doing. Let me put me back down small. So like I said, it was a issue in the league. Guy he made the wrong trade, or what have you, right? He didn't wanna he didn't wanna make that trade. He say he pressed the wrong button, right? And that kind of threw everything out of whack, right? And he ended up taking Puka Nakua. So I kind of think he wanted to trade a JSN. But I still need to undo that trade all the way. How can I undo the trade all the way? Just I want to undo it. I need to undo the full trade. I have to look at it. Let me see. So yeah. So all of these, I have to reverse all of these as well. So I'm gonna reverse those as well. But just to keep the draft going for this year, you know what I'm saying? I just went ahead and undid though that trade that was going on. But like I said, man, shit happens, bro. People hit the wrong button sometimes, but this is what this 8-hour draft was designed to do. To give you enough time, whether it's to evaluate a trade, look up your players, or just when you caught up doing life. I know we all grown, we all working, we got family and girlfriends and wives and significant others and what have you. But you got plenty of time, so there shouldn't be any rush to pick a player in these rounds. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, we still don't have the veto on. We still don't have trade, voting on trades and all this shit on, because sometimes I really feel like people will. Sometimes it'd be like, well, nah, I just don't want to see you get that much firepower, and that's why I try to stay away from. Try to make sure that I'm not doing just because you see somebody team coming together pretty good. You like, oh, that's gonna be tough to face. You know what I mean? And it's like even the best team still can lose. You know, uh, I try not to get threatened about what people doing with their moves. Like obvious collusion. Now that trade looked, it was lopsided, but it was more like um a guy trading his picks today for his future, which I don't agree with that in a dynasty or in any type of league. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to win today and tomorrow. You don't want to just come into a league automatically putting yourself in a bad position. So, but I've seen worse strategies. I seen people do worse things. So I'm not really too you know hung up on any of that. Right? It's all good. But one of the other things I wanted to say too, like if you're in the league and you accidentally, make a bad trade, you hit accept on a bad trade, even though it's three buttons there, you got counter, decline, and accept. You can even click on the trade to kind of see a little clearer to see what you receive and what you're giving away. Check out the years and the rounds and everything like that. And before you hit accept, just make sure you sure. Make sure about everything you're doing. Like if you got to read and like I can understand something like that happening in a 30-second, 60-second, per round, per pick draft. But we got 8 full hours between every pick. We got 8 full hours. Everybody get 8. So, there should be no room for any excuses. You know what I mean? All right, so we still in the first round, man. This draft started at 12 o'clock noon Central Standard Time. We've been trying to, get on here to bring you guys this coverage over the Football is Money 4D Dynasty League startup draft, and we've been having a lot of technical difficulties. I've been having to troubleshoot things. I've been trying to get everything back situated to just to get here. And with all of that happening, we done had disputes about the trade. We done had trades going on. We done waited for a guy for 4 hours. And you know, we are just now about to close out the first round. And we talking about 6 hours later. So we got 369 working on a 10th pick in 6 hours in a 29 round dynasty startup. Oh, this should be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see how how everything shapes out, right? And we will we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back and look at these picks and see what everybody getting. See where the see what's falling, see what's rising, because every time somebody take a player kind of out of whack, I guess it's going to it's going to open up some opportunities for someone else. And that's what we are all about, trying to find more opportunities for ourselves and for everybody else. So let me just get a few things set up over here on my end. Yeah. And while we wait, let me just holler at my people, man. Just holler at my people in the chat. What's up with you, man? Yeah, we live. We live. We all the way live. And thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Hopefully we can be here for a while and we don't have any more system issues or anything like that. uh, all right, so we have some movement. We got movement. I know you guys can hear that dinging in the background. Uh, let's see what we have. So first three picks go to running backs. We got Jameer Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, followed by Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and then we have our first pair of receivers coming off the board. Chase Brown and Puka Nakua being number 1 and 2 receivers. And then we got our fourth running back, Ashton Genty, followed by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and our third quarterback, Drake May, coming off the board. Hold on. I said, and our third quarterback, Drake May, coming off the board.
Drake? Drake?
All right. All right. So, looking at the first round, man, I can tell that everybody is pretty much focused. DGS, he's starting off going upside, right? So I can kind of tell what he's gonna be doing. And I can kind of say the same thing for DJ Park 2 DJ, and a lot of these team names I can expect those to change here real soon. We got somebody on auto draft. Our 60 Dix I read on auto draft. I guess he it's been 6 hours and we stuck on round 6, so I don't blame you. He's in a couple of leagues of football is money, so I done seen this before. If you know you're gonna be away, this is what I wish you would do. Put it on auto draft. Set your queue and put it on auto. You know what I'm saying? That way, you good and you're not holding the league up. Cause that's what so many people do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I'm gonna have to go back in here and see. I'm gonna have to get up in here and see how to actually all the way reverse these picks. You know, because I never had to reverse a trade before, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you making these trades? Why y'all making these crazy trades? But you know what? You know what I'm gonna do next time? I'm gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it sit. Right. I'm just gonna let it sit and try to make sure we don't get nobody that done messed up or anything like that. So let me see if I can go to. I'm gonna try to go see if I can get Buddy his picks back. 28. He gave away his 28 picks. Yeah, y'all just pardon me, man. You know, we live in the draft and we have a couple of issues that we need to clear up. You know, so along with along with all other issues that we've had to deal with just with trying to bring you guys the content. So right now, I'm trying to reverse this trade. I'm trying to reverse this trade that these guys have made. That's what I'm trying to do right now. But since I never had to do anything like that, I'm having a bit of a time, right? So we'll just have to see. Is anyone there? All right, so I'm gonna have to go to my trusted buddy to try to figure out how we get this thing situated and rectified. All right, we gonna figure it out. I tell you that much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will. Don't miss a single episode of Football is Money. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in the NFL, fantasy football strategies, rankings, betting perspectives, and everything that's happening around the NFL. Subscribe today, turn on your notifications so you always ready for kickoff. Hey, this goddamn trade, boy, is fucking up everything, man. I'm talking about everything. We got a few picks gone. We got a couple of picks that's gone. Let's see what we got. We have Drake May. After Drake May, we got Amon St. Brown, the Sun guy, followed by Lamar Jackson. Then we got James Cook, and we got Justin Jefferson. And Park 2 DJ is back on the clock again. His last pick was Drake May.
Nigga, yeah, Drake. Drake.
Hey, make sure y'all check out the ticker, man. Them is live football is money NFL 4D Dynasty draft pick updates. You know what I'm saying? So even if I miss to tell you what's happening, you can always see it going on right there. We just built that. That's brand new. And I'm proud of it. Yeah, we still here, man. I'm just going through this. I'm just going through this and trying to figure out how in the hell can I reverse can I reverse a damn trade? might just have to take it off once we get on the board for next year. You know, uh, let me try it again. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see. I don't see anywhere where I can take redo it. Is it on me? It's almost on me again. Yeah, brother. So shit, hey man, if y'all can't help me figure out how to reverse a trade that nobody wanted to do. I don't know why it was even in there in the first place. We're gonna have to just remove the picks as the season go. But I know you need your picks back because you want to negotiate with them and everything. But shit, I don't know how to reverse the. I don't know how to reverse it. If anybody else know, help me. Shit, please help your boy. Cause this is ridiculous. All right, I just wanted to make sure we had everything up and ready, man. So uh, it looks like we're gonna be able to stay on. We're gonna be able to stay on. We had all type of difficulties early, man. The system kept crashing, and I think it was because we were trying to do those video calls. I think that made us lose more time than anything. We're gonna have to go another route. We can't use video, I guess. It's not compatible. I don't know what's going on, but I never had that many crashes or system streaming interruptions. So that's not gonna work. So for anybody that was thinking about hopping on, hopping in the video, we can't do it yet, buddy. We cannot do it yet, buddy. I hate to get you in here and the system start crashing on us. You know what I'm saying? That shit is highly aggravating. You know what I'm saying? It's very aggravating. Then I gotta reboot everything, and we good. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good though. So we in there now. Everything seems to be moving accordingly with no problems. We 36, 37 minutes in, so it's all good. So I just wanted to make sure that we was okay and we was in there like swimwear. So we're gonna be here for a little bit, man. We're gonna play the episode from last week. For anybody that missed it. Here's your chance to rewatch it and catch up and make sure you don't miss nothing else because every week we have new episodes Wednesday evening Central Standard Time, of course, 6:30 p.m. And yeah, so we're just gonna be here waiting for the draft. I'm gonna play a little tunes in the background and we just waiting out. We're gonna wait out DGS Uh, is this the trade? All right, so I think we got it. Hopefully, hopefully we got it. Let me see. Let me go check. Let's go check. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. All right. All right. I'll just do it again, man. All right. So now that that's settled, when you got all these issues, man, all these issues, all these discrepancies, everything that go along in the fantasy league. When you the commissioner, man, you got to solve everybody's problem. You got to solve all the problems. You know what I'm saying? You got to try to be diplomatic. You got to try to be reasonable. And just and not go power crazy. You know what I'm saying? And just exercise your authority and just do shit just because you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Straight up. All right. So we're gonna put some just to calm down, bro. Shit. Just to calm down. Don't miss a single episode of Football is Money. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in the NFL, fantasy football strategies, rankings, betting perspectives, and everything that's happening around the NFL. Subscribe today, turn on your notifications so you're always ready for kickoff.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge. Straight out of Compton, crazy guy named Ice Cube, from the gang called Guys with Attitude. When I'm called off, I got a sawed off, squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you mess with me, the police are gonna have to come and get me. Off your back, that's how I'm going out. For the punk crazy guys that's showing out. Guys start to mumble, they wanna rumble, mix them and cook them in a pot like gumbo. Going off on a crazy guy like that, with a gat that's pointed at your back. So give it up smooth, ain't no telling when I'm down for a jack move. Here's a murder rap to keep y'all dancing, with a crime record like Charles Manson. AK-47 is the tool, don't make me act a crazy fool. Me, you can go toe to toe, no maybe. I'm knocking guys out the box daily, yo, weekly, monthly, and yearly, until them dumb crazy guys see clearly that I'm down with the capital CBT. Boy, you can't mess with me. So when I'm in your neighborhood, you better duck, 'cause Ice Cube is crazy as heck. As I leave, believe I'm stomping, but when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Compton. City of Compton. Yo, Ren, tell them where you're from. Straight out of Compton, another crazy guy. More punks I smoke, yo, my rep gets bigger. I'm a bad crazy guy and you know this, but the weak guys won't show this. But I don't give a darn, I'ma make my snaps, if not from the records, from jacking or craps. Just like burger, the definition is jacking, and when I'm legally armed, it's called packing. Shoot a crazy guy in a minute, I find a good piece of girl and go up in it. So if you had a show in the front row, I'ma call you a girl, a dirty girl. You probably get mad like a girl is supposed to, but that shows me, girl, you're not opposed to a crazy guy from the street. Attitude legit, 'cause I'm tearing up stuff. MC Ring controls the automatic for any dumb crazy guy that starts static. Not the right hand, 'cause I'm the hand itself. Every time I pull an AK off the shelf, the security is maximum, and that's a law. REN spells Ren, but I'm raw. See, 'cause I'm the crazy villain. The definition is clear, you're the witness of a killing that's taking place without a clue. And once you're on the scope, your back is through. Look, you might take it as a trip, but a guy like Ren is on a gangster tip. Straight out of Compton. Cowboys coming. Yeah. Straight out of Compton is a brother that'll smother your mother and make your sister think I love her. Dangerous, crazy guy, raising heck, and if I ever get caught, I make bail. See, I don't give a darn, that's the problem. I see a crazy cop, I don't dodge him, but I'm smart, lay low, creep a while, and when I see a punk pass, I smile. To me it's kinda funny, the attitude showing a guy driving, but don't know where the heck he's going, just rolling, looking for the one they call easy, but here's a flash, they'll never seize me. Ruthless, never seen, like a shadow in the dark, except when I unload, you see a spark, and jump over hesitation, and hear the scream of the one who got the lead penetration. Feel a little gust of wind and I'm jetting, believe a memory no one will be forgetting. So what about the girl who got shot? Forget her. You think I give a darn about a girl? I ain't a sucker. This is the autobiography of the E, and if you ever mess with me, you'll get taken by a stupid dope brother who will smother. Word to the crazy guy. Straight out of Compton. Compton. City of 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 Compton. Darn, that stuff was dope. Yeah, don't you bring me nothing stupid. If you don't want me to lose it, step back. If you don't want me to attack, I'm a beast, better give me the deuces. I have no tolerance for nonsense, get away from me. I wanna get dollars, don't wanna holler, but you're making me. I'm a little dysfunctional, you're the problem, please don't awaken me. And I'm that way, 'cause back in the day, most have forsaken me. La-di-da-di, I'm at the party, on a drunk night, what a fool might do is try to pick a fight because he's sorry that he ain't got it. Like I be, 'cause he's sloppy, not me, costly rock me spot free, but he don't know I'm broke. Surrounded by my soldiers and they be locked and loaded. When exploded, you can't hold us and we don't got no scruples. We didn't come to fight and shoot you, but you clowns better be neutral. Don't get loose because we cuckoo. Listen, they call me genius, I run the show. Women be on my attention, it's wonderful. Demons think they the meanest, but I run the floor on the floor. Little bit sick, don't you know I'm a little dysfunctional? Don't you know? If you push me, it might be bad. Get a little emotional, don't you know? If you fool around and make me mad, I'm a little dysfunctional, don't you know? If you push me, it might be bad. Get a little emotional, don't you know? Might fool around and make me mad. Don't make me mad. Born to hustle, I'm a product of environment. The game done changed, so I've been forced into retirement. But I make moves and I pay dues and I got common sense. Since I can't lose and I can't choose and now come back to spit. I got his songs, but I've been gone so long that I don't fit. Kneeled at the throne, but can't get on, so I need me a lick. I write these songs, but don't belong. I'm on some other stuff. I'm unleashed in desperate need. I hope it's coming quick. I rack my brain to find a lane that's gonna bring me some change. But it's so strange, my life is changing. I am not the same. I come around, but since I'm down, it feels uncomfortable. I try to hide it deep inside, but I'm dysfunctional. I never learned to hold it in. I get emotional. First implode and then explode. I am combustible. So please don't push me. Play me wimp on some real stuff. Won't be defeated if I'm heated, man. Oh snap. I'm a little dysfunctional. Don't you know? If you push me, it might be bad. Get a little emotional. Don't you know? If you fool around and make me mad, I'm a little dysfunctional. Don't you know? If you push me, it might be bad. Get a little emotional. Don't you know? Might fool around and make me mad. Don't make me mad. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Goody quiet boy, never been no wimp. Could be carrying something up under my hoodie. Chris would never snap and kill a ball of y'all or Woody, yeah. Now I wanna be peaceful, but I carry desert eagles wherever black people are. You know how black people are. I peep 'em out, try to stay even out. Wanna preach to 'em, but they're evil, keep on seeping out. Emotions get the best of me, messed up, and then y'all get the rest of me. Depressed and stress, feel like get too close, you'll find out that I'm a little dysfunctional, don't you know?
If you push me, it might be bad.
Get a little emotional. Yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas, mamas. Mama, mamas, baby, mama, mamas. Yeah, go like this. I'm sorry,
Miss Jackson,
ooh, I am for real.
ooh, I am for real.
Never meant to make your daughter cry
I apologize.
a trillion times. My baby drowning, mama don't like me. She be doing things like having them boys come from a labor, pull her to the studio trying to fake me. She need to get a piece of the American pie and take a flight out. That's my house. I disconnect the cable to turn the lights out and let her know her grandchild is a David and not a paycheck. Got school, daycare, stuff, medical bills, I paid it. I love your mom and everything, but see, I ain't the one who lay down. She wanna rip you off to start a custody war. My lawyer, stay down. Stuff, you ain't never been a guy like me ever in your life. When I sacrifice your bad relationship, trying to get my life.
Sorry, Miss Jackson,
Ooh, I am for real.
ooh, I am for real.
Never meant to make your daughter cry
I apologize.
a trillion times. Man, your daughter got a special thing going on.
Who says puppy love?
We say it's full grown. Go that we feel this way forever. You can plan and pray to take me, but you can't predict the weather. Miss Jackson, 10 times out of 9, that from line fan, the quickest muzzle, throw it on my mouth and I decline. King meets queen and the puppy love thing again, a dream about that crib with the good beer swing on the whole tree. I hope we feel like this forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, never sing the no until you're grown and notice the day by day ruler can't be too wrong. This Jackson, my tissues were good. I wish I could become a magician, the abracadabra. All them set up, thoughts of meat, thoughts of sheep, thoughts of heat. Asking what happened to the feeling that from and me had. I pray so much about it, need some neat tags. It happened for a reason, one can't be mad. So know this, know that everything is cool. And yes, I will be present on the first day of school and graduation.
I'm sorry, Missy Jackson,
Ooh, I am for real.
ooh, I am for real.
Never meant to make the daughter cry
I apologize.
a trillion times.
I'm sorry, Missy Jackson,
Oh, I am for real.
ooh, I am for real.
Never meant to make the daughter cry
I apologize.
a trillion times. Yeah, look at the way he treats them. Stuff, look at the way he treat them. I see your little nosy ass homegirl and got your back sent from the Creek Jeep. Without a paddle, you left a straddle and bout these fame on out. Now you and your girl ain't squeaking no more, cause my stuff all them now. Know what I'm talking about? Jealousy, infidelity, envy, cheating, beating, envy into the G. It ain't be the same thing. So who you placing the blame on? You keep on singing the same song. Let bygones be bygones. You can go on and leave the heck on you and your mama. It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I can get some funk. Just rolling in my ride, chilling all alone. Just hit the east side of the LBC, on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. I hooked the left into the hood, just so I can creep. As I rolled past a block full of G's, I saw my homie Snoop. He was laying in the street, I ain't seen him in a while. So I stopped to holler. He said, "What's up, G?"
I said, what's happening?
He said, "I'm just chilling with my homeboys, you know." I said, "Cool, but I gotta keep rolling." He said, "Peace, peace," and then I kept on going. Cause I was on a mission trying to find some bitches to get my dick sucked, or maybe even get some head. But then I seen this car full of hoes, pulled up to the side, rolled down the window, and said, "What's up, ladies?" They said, "Nothing much." I said, "Y'all down to fuck?" They said, "Hell yeah."
Regulators,
Hey! Mount up. It was a clear black night,
a clear black night,
a clear white moon.
clear white moon.
Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E,
Skirts for the E,
so I can get some funk.
I could get some fun.
Just rolling in my ride, chilling all alone. Yeah, 16 in the clip and one in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn cold. Now they dropping and yelling. It's a tad bit late, cause they already got hit by the 20 gauge. Now they dying and crying, cause they already hit. But now they laying in the street and they already stiff. I had to regulate, cause they was in my way. Hey, now they laying in the street and they already stiff. I had to regulate, cause they was in my way. Hey, regulators. Hey, mount up. It was a clear black night,
Was a clear black night,
a clear white moon.
a clear white moon.
Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E,
Some skirts for the E,
so I can get some funk.
I can get some fun.
Just rolling in my ride, chilling all alone. Yeah, just hit the east side of the LBC, on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. He seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. I hooked the left into the hood just so I can creep. As I rolled past a block full of G's, I saw my homie Snoop. He was laying in the street, I ain't seen him in a while. So I stopped to holler. He said, "What's up, G?" I said,
What's happening?
he said, "I'm just chilling with my homeboys, you know." I said, "Cool, but I gotta keep rolling." He said, "Peace," and then I kept on going. Cause I was on a mission trying to find some bitches to get my dick sucked, or maybe even get some head. But then I seen to this. It's the G-Funk era. Funked out with a little twist. Regulate. What that nigga want, God? Word up, look out for the cops, though.
Wu-Tang five-finger shit, fam.
Cash rules. Word up, 2 for 5s over here, baby. Word up, 2 for 5s. Niggas got garbage down the way. Word up, know what I'm saying? Cash rules everything around me. Cream get... Yeah. Check this old fly shit out, word up.
Cash rules everything around me.
Take you on a natural joint.
Cream, get the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. Here we go. Check this shit, yo.
Hey, man, we still in here, man. We still here. We just watching the clock tick, tock, tick, tock. Will he or will he not make a pick? Oh, Lord, man. They say Spicy Brady been doing all that crying, but now it's time to make a pick. He's somewhere hiding. You know what I mean? Come out wherever you are. Come out wherever you are. All right, what's happening, man? Let's look at this. Let's look at it. Dollar bills, y'all.
But as the world turned, I learned life is hell. Living in the world, no different from a cell. Every day I escape from Jake's giving chase, selling base, smoking bones in the staircase. Though I don't know why I chose to smoke cess. I guess that's the time when I'm not depressed, but I'm still depressed. And I ask,
What's the word?
ready to give up, so I seek the old earth who explain working hard may help you maintain to learn to overcome the heartaches and pain. We got stick up kids, corrupt cops, and crack rocks and stray shots all on the block that stays hot. Leave it up to me while I be living proof to kick the truth to the young black youth. But shorty's running wild, smoking cess, drinking beer, and they ain't trying to hear what I'm kicking in his ear. Neglected for now, but yo, it got to be accepted. That what? That life is hectic.
Cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money.
Cream, get the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. We got stick up kids.
Hey, man. At this point, like what was there some bait?
I'm about to strip y'all of y'all trading abilities. You know what I'm saying? Y'all won't be able to have any more trade privileges throughout the entirety of this draft. Y'all gonna have. Should I just cut it off since we don't know how to use it? Cause I'm not even looking at the at this point. I ain't even looking at the picks. I'm just looking at the responses to them. But let me go check it out. We got here receive a first, a eighth, and a seventh for a sixth, fifth, and a third. Hey, what I'm funny about? Oh Lord. Hey man, if you going back and forth with somebody for a trade, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But what everybody got to understand is, these rounds are 8 hours per pick for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody need a little extra time to negotiate or try to grease up, you know what I'm saying, get them a deal going, or like I say, it's for negotiating deals, it's for researching. And again, we all grown people, you know what I'm saying, men, women, or whatever, who's all here, and we all grown and we have lives. We have things that we got to do. We got to go to work, and you got to deal with your family, and you got to go to sleep and everything. So that's what all of this is trying to accommodate. But the thing with these picks, though, these trades, if y'all don't get these trades together, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know how to trade, we gonna cut the trades off. You know what I'm saying? Let me let me just go look at this trade. Let me look at this trade. Broncos receive a 2027 first round pick, 2026 8, 2026 7th, and he's gonna send away 606 507 307. Okay. Explain to me. Because I want to know. At this point, I want to know. What is this? What is this? Keep Trey Cook. Hey man, I dude dude's getting first round next year and a couple of lower rounds for this year for what a third round pick, a fifth round pick, and a sixth round pick for this year. That's just people like maybe he values the future more. You know what I mean? Like you can't expect everybody to have the same viewpoint as to building a team as you. You know what I'm saying? Like your strategy ain't gonna be their strategy. And just because you don't agree with their trades don't always give you the right to say, nah, this is collusion or this ain't right or this ain't fair. People make trades and if one party fuck up, they fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't up to individual team managers to be like, nah, I don't like that. That trade make their team too powerful, so we gonna try to block that out. That sound like a bunch of hating, and that's why I got trade voting off because I didn't want it to be a bunch of hating going on. Like if somebody wanna give up, like in order to really capitalize on any year if you want to make the most out of it. Like you got to give up a little bit more if you want. Like if you're trying to get what you want, if you want a first round in this year, you got to give up a first round for next year along with some other pieces. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around that, and vice versa. I just don't see collusion. It's 3 picks for 3 picks. It's 3 picks for 3 picks. Yeah. They making bad trades. I mean, I'm more concerned about the drafting than I am the trades. Yeah, I'm more concerned about these draft picks than I am about these trades. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels in the second round, Drake May going before Lamar Jackson, even me picking Joe Burrow at the first pick. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk about that. Y'all want to reduce something? Y'all want to rescind something back? Let's just start the draft over because I want to redo my pick. Now, as a matter of fact, yeah, let's redo everything. So that's what happened when you start redoing shit. You know what I'm saying? Then it don't stop. It'll never stop. And it's trolls everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's trolls everywhere. Everywhere. Brady, he wants somebody to send him a trade to, see if you want to buy this spot. Do you see somebody that you want to pick at this spot. Send them a trade. If not, let everybody have their time in peace. That's what we got the time clock up here for. You know what I'm saying? Now, do we want people to pick? Yeah. Do we want people to take 8 hours? Fuck no. But the timer is up there. You know what I'm saying? The timer is up there. Yeah, 30 minutes into a time. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Again, this is what everybody voted for. I can't understand how everybody vote for something and then be surprised when it actually take place. You know, everybody could have been like, hey, let's do a minute draft. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes. That will guarantee everybody is here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm cool with it. I don't care either way. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm good. But just to see everybody vote for a longer draft and then be surprised when the draft is actually long as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. What are we actually doing? Like, for real, for real. What are we doing? Hype B. Let me holler at my guy Hype B real quick. What's good, Playboy? Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? Again, we're gonna play our episode from last week that just passed, one of our newer episodes. And I'm still trying to find somebody to run this fade with on Madden. Because I remember I heard somebody talking about, let's just play Madden. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why not? Yes, sir. My camera just died. Already? Yes. Already. It done died on me. But we still here though, man. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Let me see if I can go ahead and, you know what? I got another camera. It's my computer camera. It ain't gonna look too good. Let me see what it look like. It ain't gonna look too hot. I ain't even gonna cut that guy on. But yeah, you know, who was trying to run that fade? Holla at me. Holla at me.
Smiling like heaven
We back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't hold a real one down. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over here in this chat. I don't know what they talking about. Yeah, I mean, they do got time. They do got time. Know what? I'm stop fucking with these people. I'm stop fucking with these people. Two-way trade. Oh, this the one that's up here. Again, I don't see. You know what? Let's go. Let's see. Do we got our? That's what we need to. That's what we need to put in here too. We need to put a trade analyzer. We got to put a trade analyzer in here. And then, you know, see right here we got the pre-draft game plan, we got the live draft command center. It still need a little work. And we have the post-draft analysis. I like that, you know, because after you draft you can import your draft tool, it'll load up and it'll give you a detailed analysis over your draft. This kind of the model that we've been using for our draft grades. The live draft command center, it need a little more work, but it's a good tool. What I do like is this game plan one though. Let's go ahead and check it out. So what you do is, let me cut this music down. So what you do is you go over here and you pick how many teams in the league? We got 12 teams. I just do mine. Dynasty startup, full PPR. Draft position, I think I'm number 5, 2, 1, 8, 2 flex spots, super flex, and I'm gonna go for. I don't know if y'all can see these, but it says safe floor, balance, high upside. I'm going high upside. And you just go to build my game plan. And it gives you a little detail. It don't tell you who to pick. It just tell you what to look for while you picking. So based off my settings, Super QB, Super Flex, Dynasty, it says, you know, go for the Dynasty QB foundation, right? Drafting 5th in a 12-team Dynasty startup super flex room. Build around young franchise quarterbacks and insulated cornerstone receivers while keeping a clear win now or value growth timeline. And that's something that people don't really think about enough, you know, when it comes to these drafting for different leagues, because a lot of times you draft for a league, you just did your redraft and you go into any redraft with the same mentality. Then you go into your dynasty with the same mentality. And what you got to understand is, you know, even in redraft, if you're going into a different type of league with different settings, you know, different like positions, like the whole strategy has to change. I know a lot of people that don't think so, but I'm telling you, you know, because it's a big difference from if you only need one quarterback to where you need 2 quarterbacks, or if you need 3 receivers to you only need 2 receivers. You know what I mean? That one extra position slot could change everything, especially if you got people in your league that's paying attention and understanding the league settings and all the rules and everything and the point system. All of that goes into consideration, you know, because if you got four points for passing touchdowns, you know, then what quarterback is really valuable, right? So if you got a high penalty for interception, then that means you got to stay away from certain quarterbacks that got high, pick probability. Yeah, like everything comes into consideration depending on your league settings. And that's something that I didn't realize when I first started playing fantasy, and that's what I'm trying to tip y'all on too. Cause, just the smallest settings can change or should change how you looking at these players in each round. So let's go ahead and continue. So it say you are drafting from the middle, where 8 to 14 players can disappear between picks, right? And that's because I'm at the slot number 5. So I cannot count on a thin positional tier making it back to me, right? So choose the scarce position when 2 players are otherwise close. And all that saying is when you picking in the middle round, you're not at either side of the turn. And if you guys watched the mock that we did a month or so ago, I talked about this being like my least favorite position. And it's because of the long turnaround from in between picks, basically. I gotta go to 5. Sure, I get that first pick. I can get some good talent. But then I gotta let it come all the way. You gotta go down and come all the way back around. So, when you stuck in the middle like that, if you ain't trading picks or trying to position yourself into a better slot to getting some, these players before they start dropping off the board. If you want a player that normally go early in the beginning of the 3rd round, and you in the middle of the 2nd round. And sometimes you gotta reach a little bit, or you gotta be willing to be okay with taking value picks. You know what I mean? And that's just pretty much accepting whatever fall to you. But I think for a good balanced team, you gotta do a little bit of both. All right. So let's see what it's saying. Round by round game plan. Rounds 1 through 2. And I really didn't pay any attention to this before I started drafting. I just did so many mock drafts and kind of understand the landscape of everything to what I feel like I need to do to put me in a better position. Now, not necessarily saying that's what everybody should do, or nothing like that at all. But, there's things that you can do to put you in a better position. Yeah. They waiting on me to veto this trade. But so yeah, rounds 1 through 2, secure young franchise QB, pair them with a second Q what? See, pair them with a second QB or elite young wide receiver. So first 2 rounds, you don't want to go QB. I mean, who does that? I'm very skeptical of even taking a QB in the first 2 rounds. But in a super flex, I'm willing to make room for differences or whatnot. Rounds 3 through 5, exit the range of QB2. You got to exit this range with at least a QB2 and at least 2 long-term cornerstone skill players. So basically saying after you get out the 5th round, you want to, in this particular format, you want to have already just starting 2 quarterbacks just to put you at a greater advantage of having a super flex spot. But if you feel like, you want to do something different, I chose high upside. So if you want to go with safe floor or balance or something like that, then, it probably will tailor it to what you're trying to do. Round 6 through 10, choose a direction. Win now, production, or appreciating youth. Complete complete your starting lineup without mixing incompatible timelines. Yeah, basically saying, again, I know you understand what it's saying, but you don't want to have players that can grow into something in the future that can't do anything for you now. And you don't want to draft players that can do something for you in the first couple of weeks that can't do something for you later on in the season or even potentially next season. So just choose a balanced, complete legal starting lineup without mixing incompatible timelines. All right, so rounds 11 through 15, target players one role change away from a value spike. Avoid aging low ceiling depth. Meaning you don't want to put the old running backs on your bench, the old wide receivers, the receivers that we don't know if they're going to be on the team, the running backs we don't know if they're going to be on the team, the tight ends that's aging out or getting phased out of their role. These are not the guys you want to target later into the draft, rounds 11 through 15. I would say even a little bit further than that, because that's when I would start looking towards my bench that can give me some production for this year and potentially looking into next year as well. Round 16 plus, you're looking for rookies, backup quarterback, ambiguous backfields, and athletic breakout bets. So, rookies, end of the draft, this late in the draft, if you got some rookie quarterbacks, if a lot of the ones that we all know that's going to be playing soon is not going to be there. But if you want to look to like a Jalen Milroe or I want to say Carson Beck, but I think people are going to pick up on Carson Beck a little earlier because they don't believe in Geno. What's the guy in Los Angeles? Ty Simpson? I think, don't fully quote me or execute me on that one. But like quarterbacks like that could potentially be valuable, 16 plus, the rookie receiver room, if they're still there. And you gotta go deeper than just the first round names and the second round names. You gotta dive a little deeper. And this is when actually knowing, depth charts and role clarity actually comes in hand. And then it go on to say, it shows your roster blueprint, like what you need. You got one QB, one super flex, two running backs, two receivers, one tight end, and we have two flex spots in this league. Oh yeah, they active, but we still waiting forever for a pick. Let me just go and check and make sure it ain't my turn. No, it ain't my turn. It's I'm still on Spicy Brady. All right, let's go back to our draft dominator. And then down here you got the checkpoints, like we talked about earlier. Round 5, at least one QB by round 2, and you want to have both starting QBs selected. While a clear QB2 tier is still available. I also hold at least 2 young, strong wide receiver or running back assets. So they basically, in a sense, almost telling you to stay away from the tight end. And like I say, you can't take everything it says as gospel, just like you can't take everything anything says as gospel. But you just got to find the value within it and use it, to the best of your abilities. So in a super flex, it's just like secure QB1 and your QB2 at least by round 6. The third starter becomes premium insurance, but not at the cost of any empty running back or wide receiver room. So you want depth, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you are at least attacking your starters. So if you already got 2 quarterbacks and there's another one still out there's no need to start drafting bench players. You know what I mean? If you got 2 receivers and a couple of guys in your flex spot, there's no need to continue drafting these guys, even though there might still be some high value picks up there, because you got to make sure you're getting the rest of your team. or be ready to try to trade. And a lot of times when you trade, people are gonna want more than they're willing to give up. And and these are all the different ways you can go draft strategies. You can do your QB foundation. You can go hero running back. You can go zero running back. You can go heavy receiver, or you can go balance. And I try to. It depends on what the draft looking like, and just how everybody is falling based on what I would try to do and what I will do. So like there's no one size fits all when it comes to a draft. And even if you got two leagues that's similar, unless the players are similar, it's not gonna line up 100% like the other league. You understand what I'm saying? So, you go into your draft with a plan and an understanding above everything, understanding what you have to do, what you're here to do, and have different ways of getting that done. Being okay. You can't go in fixed on one quarterback, one receiver, one running back, one tight end, one or two players in mind. Like, I got to get these, and you're not thinking about nobody else. And you can't go in, with the expectations of every player is gonna do what they did last year, whether they did good or if they did bad. You have to understand the situations, the roles. We say that a lot, but that actually means a lot. Coaching situations can change everything overnight. Coordinators, everything, man. Not saying that one thing can alter all things, but everything matter and everything plays a part. All right. But yeah, this is the draft assistant, where you can come in and kind of build you a game plan, based off what your league is or where you're drafting at. And it'll give you pretty much what you need. It'll point you into the right direction, right? Let's say that. All right. So if we go with this build, it's gonna give you a whole different, things of what you want to look at. And we didn't look at what will hurt or decide your final grade or the rules to win, but it's just some extra information that can help you steer your draft. And once you get out of that, once you got your game plan, you can come over here to the live draft and just import your league here. But this is something we're still working on, man. It's still a prototype. This isn't working as good as the other the draft assistant. But hopefully we'll have this up for you guys before the last drafts are going on, man. We still got a few more drafts that we got to do, and we still working on it. But it's up there, just to give you guys an idea about what we're trying to work on. I guess I should put still under construction or something on there. And also we got the post-draft analysis. Again, you can just paste your link in here. Like I've already tried it. And or you can upload your screenshots, or you can just paste player names and go to build and grade my roster, and it's gonna spit out a grade, right? So I was doing a couple of teams earlier. Let me see. I had Tinkerbell up there. And so you put in your team name here, and it's gonna grade it. So and it tell you what they think about it. 91 out of 100. Position grades, in-depth draft report, and all of this right here. It'll tell you why the grade moved, draft capital, position by position scouting, what this team did well, mistakes and repeat draft lessons, and priority next move, right? And it's gonna take every draft pick you got, and it evaluated based off of fantasy criteria that's out there. Mainly my criteria as well. You know what I'm saying? Everything, all of this has footballers' money embedded into it, obviously. And so yeah, I mean, I want you guys to check it out. We're not charging anybody for it. It's on the website, footballersmoney.com. Just go to the site and click on the let me see exactly what it is. This page is the Football is Money Fantasy League Center. One click away from the home tab. So you go to the fantasy leagues right there. That's where you pay for your pool party at. Our last fantasy league dues that we have that we have up here. We still accept the members for these, and these where you pay it. We still paying. Got a dynasty league open because it's a multi-year league. But our other 4D leagues is full. The league for new members are full. And this is the last league that we have to actually fill. All right. And there's something else we're working on too. Our bidding assistant. This is gonna help everybody cash tickets. You know what I'm saying? So, this still in the beginning stages as well. But you just put in, if you got some bets in mind that you're thinking about going with, you just put it in there. It's gonna analyze it, it's gonna take the odds, the value and everything into consideration, home, away, weather. I mean, who's playing, who's hurt, and not just skilled players. We wanted to give you a real analysis. And this is something that people gonna make you pay for, man. And as of right now, it's free at footballersmoney.com. It is free right now. It's football at footballersmoney.com. Only thing we ask you guys is to go right here to our homepage and click this Football is Money Plus and go ahead and sign up with us. That right there enable us to do everything that we do, man. And we really appreciate everybody that have signed up. You know what I mean? So, just stay down with the home team, man. But I ain't gonna turn this into a full footballersmoney.com infomercial like that. Let's get back to the draft. Well, at least see what these guys talking about. We done missed a lot. Okay, so what's going on? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Hey, man, I'm gonna suspend your privileges, bro. I will suspend your privileges, brother. Shit. It ain't no more trading. It ain't no more trading. You want me to cut the trading off? Where's the fun in that? Oh no. Yeah. Hey man, and y'all stop making. I'm gonna say it as I'm typing. Stop making dumb. Make sure I'm spelling right. As trades. Oh, the public school. Over and out. God damn it. Hey Kenneth Hillburn. Thank you for your subscription, my man's. Appreciate you. Don't miss a single episode of Football is Money. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in the NFL, fantasy football strategies, rankings, betting perspectives, and everything that's happening around the NFL. Subscribe today, turn on your notifications so you always ready for kickoff. Yeah, man. Hey, man, appreciate you for joining us, man. Appreciate you for joining us. Mad Dog. Yeah. Spicy Brady just chatting away, but can't make a pick. And you mammy fluffing right. An hour and 7 minutes into his pick, his turn, and still nothing. Come on, Spicy. Hot sizzling. I mean, be in your business. Yes, sir. That's right. Welcome to the community, man, dog. You know what I'm saying? And for all our other subscribers out there, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for hitting that sub button. You dig? But I thought somebody was trying to play Madden or something. You know what I mean? I'm really finna go ahead and crank it up. But let me tell y'all who Spicy Brady gonna pick. He said he had a trade in the works, but I'm gonna veto it because I ain't gonna like it. Yeah, it's gonna look lopsided to me. You know what I'm saying? My viewpoint is all conflicted now. You know what I'm saying? So whatever trade he got going on, we all gonna veto it, right? Since we want to play games, can't nobody play games like a player. You feel me? That's what I'm here for. So let the games begin, my friend. I've been right here since 12 o'clock watching everybody time go away. I got the time. Let's get to it. What you talking about? Let the games begin. They call me Petty Wop. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I just be trying to be cordial, man. But damn, take it easy. Take it easy, man. Let's see what these guys over here chatting about now. Can't say we put hard earned money into this. Can't be playing weird mind games. If we're I'm new to dynasty. I don't see the reasons for all the trades as early in the draft. Yeah, I mean, I understand both statements, even though I don't agree with both statements, but I do understand both statements because we do put hard earned money into this, and I know a lot of these guys, even Spicy Brady, he's in another footballers money league, and uh, let me see who else. Like a lot of these guys, like half of this league is in one of the other leagues, right? And all of them good guys. They all good guys. It's like some people can't handle fantasy football. Hey man, I done did a lot of drafts. I done played in a few dynasty leagues, and it ain't been this many oopsies. It ain't been this many oopsie daisies in all of the leagues combined. You know what I mean? But Bronco, I like Bronco, and if he is new to fantasy, that's all good. We had a league just for the new managers that would have been great for him. You know what I mean? But he wanted to go ahead and jump out here. So what we do at Football is Money, man, we try to educate people on the how to navigate the fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? So he is in the right place, and he is playing with some of the best managers. You know what I'm saying, to help him navigate these waters. So instead of ridiculing him and making fun of him, you know what I'm saying, let's make sure we give him all the game and the information that he needs. I mean, at least that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you in a group chat or nothing like that, but you gotta tune in to Football is Money. You can get all the game that you need because we try to break it all the way down. And a lot of the stuff, most of the stuff I say, I'm gonna try to do. You know, you go to the mock drafts or how I feel about these divisions or what players I feel like is gonna be fantasy value for me this year. The same information I'm telling you, the same information I'm gonna use. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you. And even with all of that, and even with all of that, you know, I'm still willing to, you know, give out all whatever knowledge I can obtain to whoever, because at the end of the day, it's fun. You know what I mean? If you doing it right. With the moment it becomes stressful, the moment it becomes a burden, I mean, you did something wrong, brother. You did something wrong. So it's supposed to be fun. It's, you know, make the football games more interesting, give you a little bit more skin in every game other than your favorite team, and just, you know, have fun during the season. That's only what, 5 months long. Fantasy is only 4 months long, pretty much, you know. But you know, just try to make make the most out of it. And that's why most of us are in multiple leagues, because we understand in 4 months, fantasy 16, 17 weeks, 18 weeks if you're playing in the bullshit league. But, you know, not no later than 17, the 17 weeks should you be done. So that's what, a little over 4 months. And it's once a year. You know what I'm saying? So we in 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 teams year in and year out just because we're trying to make the most of it. And I know a lot of this jaw jacking going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's an active league. This what you want in an active league. You can't expect everybody to be holding hands, kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? It's competitive. It's fantasy football. It's cash money on the line. It's emotions. It's ego. It's excitement, anticipation. It's everything that's boiling on right now that's going on with this fantasy league. You know what I'm saying? And everything just spilling over, you know. So I love it. I don't take nothing, you know, especially not anything negative from any of these comments, even if they might seem a little offensive to some people or seem like they being offensive to other people in the league. I don't see none of that. You know, it's just these guys, they know each other from these other leagues. It's only a handful of new people that's in this league that is not in some of the other leagues that we're in. But it's, you know, like Mad Dog Ken, he's not in another Footballers Money league, but he's played in our league for like the last 2 years. Old Dirty, yeah, he's in, I want to say, like 3 leagues with us. And I'm trying to read the chat, you know, and kind of understand what's going on. Just say, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Some people can't handle dynasty fantasy football. Dudes are like high school kids. They say they move out of their parents' house the first time and don't understand value in anything. Next thing you know, they are in debt and no fucking clue how to get out. At this point, I say let them trade. They make poor decisions, and that's kind of the thing that I've been on as well. But I understand the panic in everybody else's voice. You know what I'm saying? And if there is, like, I reversed the Broncos trade because he came out and said that it was a mistake, which he should have said soon as it happened. You know what I mean? As soon as it happened, and it would have been no issue. Instead, he had the league damn near going at each other's throats behind this trade that he didn't even mean to do. Like, I don't mind reversing a trade like that, but we're not gonna make it a regular occurring theme, and we only in the second round. You know what I mean? So after so long, these players are gonna just get, you know, trade vetoed. I'm not gonna put it up to vote, but I'm still not gonna. I guess in the beginning I was trying to just accept that everybody, because I ain't think nobody would join the dynasty league and don't really understand fantasy. Like you don't have to understand dynasty, but you have to at least understand fantasy. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand football, and not just players on the field, but when you're in a fantasy league, even a regular redraft, you are a general manager. We don't call each other players. These are managers. You managing the team. You drafting talent. You starting players. You managing injury. You managing the rookies and everything like that. So you are a manager. So it's a lot to take on, and I wouldn't expect no one who don't really fully understand all of that to kind of dive into a dynasty league that is committed with, most times 9 times out of 10 you're in a dynasty league. You assume that it's going to be players who are well accustomed to fantasy football at the bare minimum, and most likely majority of the league is going to be have at least played at least 1 year of dynasty and understand how it works. So, but like I say, we still, like, if this is first year in the dynasty league and he shows the Footballers Money Dynasty League, hey man, we welcome you with open arms. Everybody in here, we welcome them with open arms. Because you could have played in any dynasty league, any fantasy league. You chose to rock with Footballers Money in the middle of the summer while the World Cup is going on and everything else. And you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate it. It don't go unnoticed. All right. But we're going to get everybody up to speed, and we got to understand, we here for multiple years. So it got to be an understanding going on. And one of the understandings is we not finna play this I messed up game every round. All right? You make your pick, you make your pick. You accept your pick, you accept it. But what I am going to do, I am going to review them. Broncos 580, you is under a close eye. All right? At Chargers, you under a close eye. And even more so, it's Spicy Brady. I'm watching you. Because I'm going to deny about 2 of your trades just for the fuck of it. Just for the fuck of it. You ain't picking a kick in the third round. Good shit. I'm picking a kick in the third round. He's trying to steal my thing. You trying to steal my strategy. Oh, nobody pick kickers that early but me. It's straight up, Jack. Hey, Mad Dog, man. When I tried to get you on earlier, the system kept messing up on us, and I do believe that it was the software that I was using. So, I'm gonna have to just find another software that I can plug you guys in. You know what I'm saying? So we can do the video. Because everybody's not going to be able to come over to the house because we all not in Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to hear I want to hear from all you guys at least once this season. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. Because we will be following this league more than any other league because this league got the most at stake. We got the most invested in this league, and that is time. And we already made a commitment to be in this league for the next 3 years. So yeah, this is gonna be a featured league on the show. So I would love to have everybody on here at least one time this season. Who was talking about playing Madden though? I think that was DGS. I don't even think he in here. I forgot I can't do that on the computer. Where he at? Hey man, I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this league in here one more time, just because I want all these guys to get in here. When you talk about playing Madden, he here. Let me see if I get somebody in here that want to get on this Madden. Oh shit. Uh oh. Uh oh. Whoever we can get some. Hey man, if you too good, now look now, if you too good, I don't even want to play with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a middle aged man. I like to watch it. I don't know how to. I was about to say, you play with Atlanta, I might be able to get you. Look, I play with the Cowboys, but honestly, how we normally do it when I play with a couple of my partners and everything, because they like to pick the same team or the same team. If you understand what I mean, you understand what I mean. But hey, we do random teams, but however you want to do it. And if you want to bet for some draft picks, you know what I'm saying, I'm with that too. Nah. uh, Only 8.5 hours away from Dallas. Nice. Let me see. Hey, where you at? Where you at, DG? DG is Donovan. All right. All right. Yeah, I got a question that one. Oh, the new one did it? I gotta give it. There's too many games coming out this year. Nice, nice. I ain't really got into the NCAA too much. Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama. This one for you, Mobile. That one for you, my boy. Well, damn, man. I thought it normally come out like in. Well, yeah, I guess it do come out before the preseason. I thought it came out in August. uh, Jersey Mike is new to the Footballers Money family. I know that for sure. And we want to welcome him in, with open arms. Even though he come in a little hot sometimes. Okay, yeah. I figured I thought it came out in August. I Yeah, I got 26 too. Yeah, I said I got about 2 games this year. 'Cause I got to get that GTA too. They made us wait 15 years damn near for them. But yeah, I'm gonna get the 27. I might have to go ahead and pre-order it. But I'm gonna have to try out that NCAA college football. Hey man, we gonna be here for a while on this here draft, and to I just want to make sure y'all comfortable. You know what I'm saying? If you got to go do something, go do it. You know what I'm saying? Come back. We'll still be here. We shall still be here. Yeah, I just wanted to see what my guys talking about. I know you see me in the screen, but let me take one of me's off so it don't confuse you, especially if you've been smoking some of that good ganja. Yeah, toast to you. Toast to you. Matter of fact, I might go get me one. DGS, when you ain't you the best grade in the other draft? If I'm not mistaken, then you get the best grade in the other draft. Oh, two of me's. Take one of them off. Here I go. Hey, hello, hello. Spicy Brady. Last pick was Jamar Chase, man. I said I was gonna tell y'all who he's gonna pick, right? Talking about a hell of a teaser. It's a hell of a teaser. So I don't expect him to go wide receiver heavy build. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna go more the balance. So let's see who's up here. Oh, he he puts me in the mind of somebody who would take a CMC. Like I think he'll take a CMC or a Saquon Barkley. I think he's looking for an older back, somebody that he knows going to put up some numbers or have had the resume of putting up numbers. If he was to go running back, but honestly, I think he finna get him a quarterback because everybody. Oh man, wait a minute! Stop the press. How y'all let me miss this? How did you guys let me miss this? Bro got two quarterbacks back to back. And man, you know the craziest thing to me it's not like even two of the best quarterbacks you can get because he could have got Lamar Jackson and Drake May if he was gonna do that. Maybe potentially because I don't think Caleb would have went that. He could have got Jackson and Daniels. You know what I mean? Woo, man, that's that's somebody that come out haymakers. You know what I'm saying? He coming out with haymakers. He's swinging like Nick, trying to knock motherfuckers out. Hey, you gotta watch this guy right here. You gotta watch him. Yeah, buddy. I don't I don't really know how I feel about this double quarterback and back to back. Well, I mean, if he would have did it like in the later, like not later rounds, but like late in the early window, like 3, 4, 4, 5, I probably could have, you know what I'm saying, got with it at the turn because uh, in one of my mock drafts, I kind of did the same thing, but it was 4 and 5, something like that. And, everybody wasn't drafting for the double super flex, whatever super flex, you know what I'm saying, type of format. So I was able to get away with some good talent. But this is still surprising, nevertheless, man. Like that's why I work. So you clearly see what he's saying. Like, he's gonna bet heavily on his QBs, and that's kind of what the Footballers Money draft assistant, the draft dominator. We haven't decided the name, came up with on for sure name. I'm thinking about draft dominator because it helps you dominate your draft when you understand what to do, what to look for when you go into these draft rooms, right? Yes, sir. We is looking to the future, K-Dog, Ken. Yes, sir. But let me see. Yeah, that make me think a little bit more. And here go a zero running back. I wouldn't call it a heavy receiver build unless he get another receiver. Then that's when it go from a zero running back to a heavy receiver build. And I like it, especially in a double flex. When everybody is running to get an extra quarterback, those double flex spots and potentially the super flex spot could outweigh or outproduce a lot of these bottom tier QBs, even if they are starters. So, I like old Dirty Bird's build, his out the gate. This is interesting as well because how many drafts have this guy done to be on auto and draft Lamar Jackson and James Cook? This is outrageous. These were auto picks, and he had them queued up. And it's a great 1-2 pick. It's a crazy 1-2 pick, man. Looking at this, looking at everybody's, well, out of all the 1-2 picks so far, I got to give it to this one. Like that's cold. That's cold. Not to take nothing away from neither one of these, because I think Justin Jefferson's gonna be way better than what people think he is gonna be. And for him to fall in the second round when a year ago he was up here at Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, up here in this top 5 area, it's crazy. So that's crazy value. And the same thing for the Sun God. That's what I call him, the Sun God. Because a year ago he was, middle of the pack, right? And now he done failed all the way to 11 and he done fell to the second round. That's crazy value. And anytime you get a chance to do this, you have to do it. This is aggressive, very aggressive. And this is letting you know the position that he values, and that is the QB superflex position. And I can't be mad at that neither, And like I say, these these last 3 builds, we're not even talking about up here because they only got one, right? But these last 3 builds is powerful, right? So you can only imagine what some of these guys was able to do that had earlier picks. See, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterback Jaden Daniels coming off the board. He was pressured to get this quarterback because he's seen all these other quarterbacks come off the board. And it is possible that he liked Jaden Daniels because he is from around the area. I assume, I don't know, seem like it. But Jaden Daniels was one of our top 10 QB, you know what I'm saying, for this year. So that is a great pick. So far, all of our top 10 QBs from our projection is living up to what we predicted them to be so far. And maybe not necessarily in order, but it is lining up, right? And when you get to this point, it's all about what you feel. It's all about what you feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's where individuality comes in and personal emotions and all that type of shit come in. Because another quarterback could have easily been here, I think Hurts should have came before May. I think May should have been I ain't gonna say behind all of these guys, but for us fantasy wise, definitely after Hurts, Drake May should have been. But hell, what do I know? What the hell do I know? You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to take everybody money. That's all I'm here to do. I just want your money. Yeah, that's all we here for. Oh, hold on. Don't need no auto tones going. All right, so let's keep it moving, man. Because I know that's what we want. We want these breakdowns. We want these breakdowns. And this right here. So he traded up. He traded up. Hey, Old Dirty. Hey, that click right there. So let me see that full team. Clutch. Appreciate that. I used to be trying to look over the whole boards. Let me see. And then every now and then I miss that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, clicking on that, it show you the picks, trades, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like even like you can't never be too far, too much in your own head to where you can't learn something new from anybody, man. So hey, appreciate y'all, Dirty. So let's talk about DGS 18. Traded himself into the 101 pick for the one and only Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think that was a great 101 pick. I've seen too many people take the 101 pick and get a Bijan Robinson or Jamar Chase or Josh Allen or something like that. And I think Jahmyr Gibbs should be the true 101 player, regardless of position. And Bijan number 2. Jonathan Taylor is debatable. I think I would have probably went with Chase at that spot. But, obviously out of pocket is Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. I ain't gonna say out of pocket, but I done seen Josh go at number 1. And I done seen Joe Burrow fall a little bit further. I reached. Okay. All right. I really wanted Joe. He got hurt last year. And I want to say, was it the year before that? No. Yeah, he got hurt last year. So he right on track to come back and be the comeback player of the year this year. 5,000 yards. 47 touchdowns. Amen. That's what I say after I get done praying. No turf toe, no finger issues, you know what I'm saying? None of that. Just straight get to it. So Dutch Cub, DGS, they come up with a trade. Dutch, he trade out the first round. And we'll trade back. And we'll get to his picks a little later, but you can see right here, he traded back and he picked up Ashton Jensen. But DGS, he trade up and get Jahmyr Gibbs and still was able to come back and get CeeDee Lamb in the second round. CeeDee Lamb is the first round pick. Don't let these players nowhere in this draft alter what you already know about ADP. And, just what you just know about the game and what's to come or what everything like that. And you still got to keep in mind, this is a Superflex Dynasty League. So it's a theme that rises up across the board when you looking. You know what I'm saying? Youth, you seeing youth, you seeing high upside, you seeing longevity. That's the constant theme throughout every player that's came off the board. Potential, potential, potential. Right? All right. So DGS, I like the trades. You know, sometimes you got to be willing to give up a little to gain a little more, right? And that sound means that a pick have come off the board, right? And did we say quarterback? I don't think we said quarterback for Spicy Brady. I thought he would get something else. So we're gonna jump in here real quick. Past Broncos real quick. He got Jamar Chase. He got Justin Herbert as his quarterback. It's cool. All right, we'll get back to that a little bit later. Let's go to Broncos. Broncos 580. Well, I don't want to put the S on their name. Bronco 580. He's in the other league. Oh, okay. And I just found out that he is new to fantasy football. And I don't know if y'all remember, but during our last draft when we were streaming, we was talking about, but you probably can't see it now. You probably can't see it. Let me see. But anyway, Broncos ended up taking his first four out of his 5 picks was Rams. And not only Rams, they were NFC West players because these are players that he drafted in other leagues. But so I'm gonna tell you why I'm against what he did and why I'm for what he did. So number one, why I'm against what he did is because no matter how good these players are, you don't want to have too many on the same team. You know, if you want a QB wide receiver stack, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that. You know, there's no problem with that. Matt Stafford, Puka, Matt Stafford, Devontae, or hell, even if you want to do a Matt Stafford and Kyron Williams, you know what I'm saying? I don't recommend a QB running back stack. It ain't my thing. But, you know, I get it. But what you don't want to do is take both receivers, the quarterback and the running back. And had there been an isolated draft and I would just been like, you know what? And his tight end was Trey McBride too. So, like I said, if there was just an isolated event and like, you know, maybe he was trying to get trade value from all that because those all are star hard hitters. But to see it again, it makes me say, yeah, 2 things come to mind. One, either he's just getting all the players that, you know, he's familiar with, that he knows. And, you know, that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do in fantasy football. That's not how it goes. Or the second thing I was thinking, which I felt like this in the last recent years, is like, you know, you got so many fantasy teams. And this is me still trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like you got so many fantasy teams, you know what I'm saying? And you have so many fantasy teams year to year. Like if you got 7, 8, 9, 10 fantasy teams and you drafting according to your position or whatever, then your team, each team, like over 10 fantasy teams, you can have possibly 100 players. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 100 players. So you have to be in tune with every Like every receiver, every running back, you got to be in tune with every team and understand everything that's going on when you have that many fantasy teams. And so I'm thinking, well, maybe he's like, man, I got all these fantasy teams and I don't want to be playing against myself. Because I'd have been, me personally, I'd have been playing and I got Puka Nakua in this league. But in this league, I'm playing against Puka Nakua. So I'm rooting for myself, but I'm betting against you understand what I'm saying? So maybe it's like, you know what? If I'm going to get Puka and I'm going to play in multiple leagues, I'm going to get Puka in every league so I don't have to worry about him hurting me in this league and helping me in another league. You know what I'm saying? Either he going to help me or he going to hurt me across the whole board, but it ain't going to be no cancellation. And I can get it, and I understand it from that point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because I was almost on some shit like that as well. But I just decided I ain't going to play in that many fantasy leagues this year so I don't have to bet against myself, right? So, I mean, like I say, when it comes to that, I get it. But as of right now, I don't know what his MO is. I don't know what he's planning to do or anything like that. All I can say is, just like I told you in the last draft stream, that this will be one of the teams that we will be watching because it could be a strategy. Who knows? I think everything is a strategy, and even if it is a mistake, you know, we still can get some information and some data off of that, you know, because then it's like, do drafting too many of the same players from the same team, you know, hurt you? Really? Or could it actually be a benefit? You know what I'm saying? Can you really survive on auto draft? You know what I'm saying? These are all questions that if nobody else won't answer, shit, I want them answered. I want them answered. Let me see what my people talking about. Looking to the future. Hey man, how do you feel about Lamb? That's a great question. Because shit, I mean him falling where he fell to. Lamb going at what's this, 205, that's a fall to me. You know what I'm saying? Cause he just easily last year he was a top 3 pick. Matter of fact, I want to say the last 2 years, he's been a top 3 pick. So yeah, so him falling right here is wild work. Wild work, man. Oh, I know that's you, old dirty. Who on the clock? I can't be on the clock holding everybody up. Oh Lord, I'm on the clock and just talking. I'm just on the clock and just a yapping, a yippity yap, 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 yap. And talking about everybody else picks, let's talk about this pick. You understand? Hey, appreciate you for letting me know I'm on the clock. Because in the midst of streaming, I forget that I actually got to make picks and not just talk about them. So let me bring my picks up. Good thing I got more than 30 seconds. Shit, I got 8 hours. Who want to play some games now? It ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. Huh? Oh, shit. What we doing? What are we doing? We going to run it back. We going to run it back. Oh, CMC still there. I can't fool with them. They done passed over CMC. I'm going to go K-Trey. I'm going K-Trey. Come on, let's go. Let's go. And me getting K-Trey is part of what I suspect to be Broncos theme is, you know, shit, I don't want to be playing against my players every week. So, you know, if I can get a couple of them I can ride with here and there, and I ain't trying to make my whole roster for every league the same, but you know what I'm saying? If I can get a couple players to kind of mirror some of the guys I already got, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. If I can get a stack, if I could have got Joe Burrow on Jamar Chase, that would have been legend. even though they ain't do shit last year. But, you know, you can't let last year interfere or, you know, come between what's about to happen. And I got high hopes for Joe B, man. I got very, very high hopes. Hey, I'm off the clock now. What's happening? I'm off the clock now, K-Dog. Oh, shit, hold on. I got two of me's up here. Let me get one of me off. Yeah, I'm off the clock now. I'm in a box, that's in a box, and it's in a box. Talking about putting yourself in a box, huh? Let's get off of that. That's the other league. I was trying to find Broncos team. Don't let these projections fool y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this shit. Don't let this fool you. Let's go back to the draft room. All right, so we was at Spicy Brady. Jace, I said Jace. That's my little kinfolk name. What up, Jace? I see you, boy. All right, we got Jamar Chase and we got Justin Herbie. Now, Herbie, he was in the top 10 quarterback on our rankings. And you know what? After we get done, we're going to talk about quarterbacks. We're going to revisit some of these QB rankings lists. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that we do, especially in the super flex league. So, you know, we're going to go back and look at it. And then, I say last week, 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there, ESPN, they dropped their top 10 QB rankings list as well. So we're gonna revisit that also, which is very interesting. Right? All right. So do I need to break down my team as well, man? Joe Burrow. Everybody know how I feel about Joe Burrow. You'll think I'm a Cincinnati fan, but I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm a high probability and production fan. Yeah, you know. And Joe Burrow is that. He got a high ceiling, very high ceiling. It only been captured a handful of times, but boy, oh boy, when it do. You know what? Maybe I'm hung up because what was that, the 23-24 season? I had the Joe B and Jamar Chase stack. And they was giving me 50 each a week. And you know, that's a high. That's a different type of high. Like you just chasing that forever. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm still chasing that high. And maybe I'm living in the past more than I'm thinking about the future. But, you know, with a logical sense, man, I really see this team coming together. You know what I mean? I try to make sure that I'm not just I try to keep my heart out of it, even though I keep my mind in it. You know what I'm saying? So just because I feel that way about a player doesn't mean that I'm always just gonna like. And then at the same time, too, you know, liking a player for this particular reason isn't the same thing as like I don't care how many playoff games Joe Burrow wins. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care if you ever get to the Super Bowl and win one. Like, that ain't my steed. That ain't my MO when it comes to, you know, when I'm saying I like a player or something like that. Me liking a player is only for cash value. Now, where my heart is, I already got some jokes on this earlier. Well, where my heart is with the Cowboys and Dakota Prescott. You know what I'm saying? Who is a high producing quarterback. But he dropped so far down in the draft, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can double up and get him like in later rounds. So I don't really have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, trying to hurry up and get him like I would have to hurry up and try to get a Joe Burrow. And that's what we talk about with a value, like when the third eye don't match, when you see the football and you see the betting value and then the fantasy value is off, hey, that's a broken link. That's when you got to study. That's when you got to zoom in and look closer. And so getting Dak Prescott in the fifth, fourth, fifth, in a super flex, anything. Matter of fact, at this point, getting Dak Prescott is a super value. You know what I'm saying? Because he comes before Drake May, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Jaden Daniels, and Caleb Williams on the Footballers Money quarterback rankings list. Call me crazy, call me what you want to, but it is what it is, young player. Yes, sir. Yes, we can continue to try. Yes, sir. Yes, you can. I'm gonna look into something that's probably a little bit more sustainable because that video ninja was not working for us. You know what I'm saying? And I want to have you in there the right way, you know. So we're gonna make sure that we do it and we're gonna do it the right way. I'm just happy that we was able to try it out, and I appreciate you for wasting 5-6 hours with me. You know what I'm saying, trying to get that thing situated, you know, and even when we thought we had it and we had the setup situated, but the compatibility with all of the software was kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying? So we shall see. Let's see, we got some trades coming through. Now, Commish ain't sleep. Commish ain't sleep. Evaluate. They want me to evaluate these trades. Jersey Mike receives 2026, both 2026, 209, 1209. He's going to send off a 27 first round. Okay. 26 fifth round and a 26 third round. So essentially, he's willing to miss the fifth and third round and the first of next year and let Jersey Mike go ahead and double up on a third round pick, as long as he send off his second round pick, and double up on the fifth round pick and send off the 12th. Okay. Hey, man, when it comes to these trades, like even the first trade that popped off, it's like, bro, if you make a bad decision, if one party makes a fucked up decision, you know what I'm saying, and another party is winning, like most trades are lopsided to me anyway, you know what I mean? And I would rather the trades be more on the like on the NFL scale, you know what I'm saying, and not just on where I feel like my first round is mean more, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that I don't think this trade is a good trade, because I think this trade is a good trade, you know what I'm saying? But like I don't think your draft is the end all be all to how your fantasy team is gonna be. But yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, man. And look, it ain't no more it ain't no when it come to Broncos, I'm gonna watch his trades. I'm gonna fuck with Spicy Brady about 7 times just for the fuck of it. That's just bullshit, and I ain't gonna do all that. We trying to get through it. But that's why I took the votes off. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like, if people want to make trades, I'm used to a 30-second draft pick. No mistake corrections, even in a dynasty startup. You know what I'm saying? We did one, last year? It was a minute picks, and half of the league was furious. Like, a minute? What's the big idea here? Who needs a minute to draft? Right? You know, and then we turn around and do hour for a redraft, 8 hours for a dynasty. But, you know, I'm all about, you know, one voice, one sound, one band type of thing. But these trades are getting out of hand. So let's go. Jay Mitch, he double up. 2 quarterbacks, 2 decent quarterbacks. Jackson Dort right here, I think is pretty decent value. Oh, Mad Dog got Dak Prescott in the second round. All right, I like. So we got a double QB. We got two teams that got double quarterbacks on them, and these are the guys you go. Whoa, I'm sorry. I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. That's not two teams that got two quarterbacks. This is the other team that got another quarterback. Shout out to my guy Old Dirty. And he got two QBs in the same round. And all he had to give up was a third and a fifth. So, is that value? Is that strategy? I mean, Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart. I think Dart. I really don't know because it's all about how your room sees these guys too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, understanding the room that we in, we got 8, 10, 13 quarterbacks coming off the round and 22 picks, right? So that shows you how much the room values the QB position. So Jersey Mike is the guy that end up being the second team to come away with two quarterbacks. But in the second round, he got two quarterbacks and a high-powered wide receiver. So, I mean, at this point in the draft, obviously, this guy's got to be winning, right? At this point, we'll check back in here in a little bit and see. We'll check back in a little bit and see. Where was we at? Jay Mitch. So Jay Mitch sold away his second pick to double up in the third round. And depending on what pieces he get in his third round will determine on whether that is or was a great pick or not. In which I think you still can get a lot of good talent right here, especially with 13 quarterbacks coming off in the first two rounds. So that means 13 running backs / wide receivers will still be here later in the round. And especially when you already got Josh Allen, Josh Allen is gonna give you enough points for two quarterbacks, right? Josh Allen is a quarterback and a super flex by himself, Mr. 3x3. But we didn't want to talk too much on Josh. Well, let's see, Mad Dog. He got Jonathan Taylor. I call him JT Money. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy JT Money. And he got my guy Dak Prescott. Which is a good value to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Dak Prescott is at least a top 3 fantasy quarterback. Top 3 fantasy quarterback. All right. And to get him as the 13th quarterback, it's great value. Jonathan Taylor, I'm not all the way sold on, especially at the 103, but I think he could produce high volume, especially if they can just get to a start like they did last year. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say he had almost 1,000 yards through 8 games. So, if they can get that out of him, I think Mad Dog will be just all right. He'll be all right. And now we wait for the finagler, the swindler, swiper, no swiping. We got Charger 0594, May 94. Yeah, he tried to hit Broncos over the head, but the league called bullshit. All right. And I almost let it happen. Because see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil at all. But through the first 2 rounds, man, that's how I see it, man. That's how I see it. And that's it. Now let's go check the chat. Let me see. I done missed a lot. Okay, yeah, I seen that. Trade pending. I pushed it through. I got you, J Mitch, J Dub. It wasn't a waste, it was a learning experience. It might have been on my VPN. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel you, but we definitely gonna try again, try to figure it out. It's even value, first value, 6. I mean, as long as both parties feel like they are, like they getting value, right? Jay Mitch, long as both parties feel like they are getting value, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to evaluate it in real time and actually just trying to see if somebody might have something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be a big old issue because initially I'm just gonna approve everything, but we got somebody in here that's not familiar with how what he's doing apparently. So I guess we kind of got to babysit him. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool because this is a learning experience, even for those that are experienced players. You know what I'm saying? Even for myself as well. You know what I'm saying? For everybody, it's a learning experience, and that's what we want to do here. You know what I'm saying? You learn something new. You play in different leagues. You learn different ways of how things go. So just ain't nothing wrong with learning. So let's not make them feel too bad, and I'm gonna make sure I don't make them feel. I'm not talking about them, but I do have a due diligence to do when I'm talking about and evaluating fantasy picks and teams and everything like that. I can't let my emotion or how I feel about somebody override that. You understand what I'm saying? All right, let's see what we got. What we have. What you got, Jersey Mike? Jackson Dart? That's who you picked up? That is who you picked up, ain't it? Yeah. Throwing darts. I think I got Dart in one of my leagues, man. I think I got him in one of my leagues. Hey, I'm locked in. I need you to lock in too. Wait a minute. Is you locked in? Do anybody know if Parker is in here with us? Get him in here with us. Can somebody post the link in the chat, in the sleeper chat? LeBang John. Say keep 2 in Superflex League. Say keep 2 in Superflex League. Half PPR 12 team. Lamar, Hampton, Gibbs, JSN. I mean, yeah, AJ Brown. That's a powerful team if you can get all of them. If you can get all of them people. If you can get all of them, shit, yeah, that's power. But 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be able to acquire all of that talent, man. Hey, I'm locked in for the trade, brother. Send it. Send that shit. Send that shit. Don't miss a single episode of Football is Money. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in the NFL, fantasy football strategies, rankings, betting perspectives, and everything that's happening around the NFL. Subscribe today, turn on your notifications so you always ready for kickoff. Y'all cut on your notifications, subscribe to the channel, man. If you're in here and you have not subscribed to the channel, man, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, drop a comment, You know what I'm saying? Just to let everybody know y'all rocking with us. You feel me? Just to let everybody know, man. And we're gonna be here as long as the fantasy football gods allow us to be here. All right. We're gonna try to get as much of this draft in before the overnight pause. If we can make it to 10 and if we still got picks going on, we're gonna continue to keep going on. But if everything kind of fizzles out around the same time, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow. You know. For all my people that's listening and that know about the wheel and people that don't know about the wheel, we do give away $100 every month. Beginning of the month, every month we giving away $100. But what you got to do to get into that is very easy. It don't cost you nothing. You just got to pay attention. So first thing, subscribe to the channel. You have to subscribe to the channel. Second thing, sign up at footballismoney.com. All right, the email list. You go on there, it's already there. Just sign up, put your email in there, submit. Make sure you verify it too, because that's how we correspond with you. So subscribe to the channel, sign up at footballismoney.com, and drop a football take in the comments. You ain't got to put in no credit card, no Cash App, no Apple Pay, no Samsung Pay, no My Pay, no You Pay, no pay nothing. You understand what I'm saying? All you got to do is pay attention, subscribe, sign up, talk. You feel me? And you can walk away with a payday. And I ain't talking about no goddamn candy bars. You feel me? It's straight up. So, and I expect everybody to be signed up and on this wheel because it is coming very, very soon. And since we is talking about the wheel, let me go ahead and pull it up so we can see the names that is on the wheel, the $100 giveaway wheel. Although we not finna spin it, we just gonna show it, you know, so you guys can see who's on it. All right. If I can get it pulled up, damn me. I gotta get it pulled. Hold on. See, I spoke too soon. I should have had it ready. Okay. Do you want to play rough? Okay, we'll play rough. Hey man, I can't get the wheel. I can't get the wheel pulled up right now, and I'm not finna sit here and waste too much time on the dead screen. Maybe I'll try to get it up there, and when we go to another break or something like that, you know what I mean. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and exit out of that. But I really want to know why it didn't pull up. Really wants to know why it did not pull up. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I mean tripping, like, man, I know I'm new to this, but you know, I am a student of everything that I do in this. You feel me? So try to make sure I have everything set up. Sometimes shit happens. But so here's the new and upgraded Football is Money $100 giveaway wheel. And this next spin that we're gonna do what in a week's time. Okay, so this is the actual wheel for the giveaway. I know a couple of y'all was looking at it and like, well, I don't see my name. But this is the wheel for the giveaway. And how it gonna work this time, normally we'll spin it one time and wherever it lands is who wins. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we doing it now. It's gonna be an elimination wheel, right? So that means you spin it and names are gonna come off the wheel, right? And the last name standing is the name that's gonna win the $100. All right. And you can still get multiple entries on the wheel by dropping multiple takes on the episodes, right? On the videos that we got on the channel. So the more you engage, the more you tune in, the more opportunities you have to get your name on the wheel to win that honey bun. You understand? Honey bun? Yes, sir. So I just want y'all to see that, while we wait for whoever it is to go ahead and make a pick. So let me give you a preview. So this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna spin and you'll see a name removed. Woo Woo 1990 removed from the wheel. So we're just gonna keep going until you get down to the last name. And the last name that it stops on, that's gonna be the winner. The winner. The winner. But you gotta make sure you own it because you gotta be in it to win it. Yes, sir. All right, let's get that out of here. Let's get that out of here and let's get this back up here. So let me see what these guys talking about. All right, I still didn't see the trade. Part 2 DJ. Hey man, I'm down to trade, bro, but I'm down to make it beneficial to both parties. But don't send me any lopsided trades. Don't send me any lopsided trades. Look at Spicy Brady back. I don't see no trades. I don't see the fucking trade up here. I don't see this complete trade. I can't click on it or nothing. Okay, let me just go over here. They'll make me go around it the long way. All right, so let's check it out. Let's check it out. But before we do that, man, y'all gotta give me a second, bro. Give me a second. We gotta take a break. Hey, take your game to the next level with Football is Money Plus. Get access to everything we got going on and help the show out while you're at it. Right? Head over to footballismoney.com and become a part of our fantasy family by joining Football is Money Plus. All right? See you there. Okay. 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 We are back. We back. We back. We back. And we were in the middle of reviewing this trade. But before we review this trade and process it, because I'm gonna process it, unless it's just, unless it's just crazy work going on over here. Or unless I get too many people in the chat that want to reverse it, because majority rules, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell bro I'm here. Let me tell bro up here. Let me tell him. I just want to let him know I'm here. All right. But what was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna process it 9 times out of 10, unless it's just something crazy. Or unless the guy that proposed the trade be like, hey, I made a mistake. So let me make sure. Do both parties that there be, how you spell parties, agree? No take backsies. There's no take backsies. Yeah. No take backs. No take backs. Once it's done, it's done. Once it's done, it's done. All right. So I just want to make sure everybody agree. Everyone agrees to these mother loving trades. All you gotta do is say yes. I know bro, I'm gonna keep putting it in there because I feel like some of these guys is not getting the full extent of the conversation because they not in here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have time to continue to keep typing to everything. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to know I'm here. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And now we finna break down the trade. Oh, my beard done got warm. Dutch Cub receives 310, 510. He's giving up the 212, 805. Man, do I give a flying beep? I don't. It's a trade. Is there value there? It's value for both teams as long as they have their plan. You know what I'm saying? I can't I can't dictate value for somebody else. I don't know what they see. But they agree with it. Let me double check. All I got is one thumb up. You know what I'm saying? I need 2 of them. Park J. Let me see. Shit, I need 2 of them. Cause there is no undos. No more. No more. I will not be undoing any more trades. It's a wrap, man. So I'm gonna let you guys sit with it just a little second so you can review it yourself. I want you to review it. All right? I want you to review it and make sure that's what you want. Is that what you want? Because once I click the button, it's done. It's done. So let's talk about Chargers 0594. Double running back. This is the only team. Let me just make sure and double check. This is the only team that went pure hero running back strategy, running back method, whatever you want to call it. Chargers 0594 is the only team that went with the hero running back. Across the whole 2 rounds, every team, you can see multiple different strategies at play. And that's why you can't judge these trades based off what you see as the individual. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you can't see both sides of the trade, right? There we go. Trade process. Trade process. Let me get him out the corner. I want to be big again. Like I just ate a Mario mushroom. Make me big again. We got motion. What's that? Oh, we got another double running back. So these guys here clearly have disregarded any other position. Dutch Cup, well, both of them got a chance to rectify, especially being at the turn. So maybe he wanted, these are two powerful running backs. You know what I'm saying? CMC with the double ankle surgery still was a beast last year. I had no faith in him, just for the record. None whatsoever. But, I understand. I understand it. And Dutch Cub, Ashton Genty. So this is essentially his second pick, his second round pick. So I take that back. He didn't go double running back. I'm sorry. So we still only got one team. We still only have one team that went double running back. I know we just talked about this. Somebody sent him somebody at him. Oh, Dirty, appreciate you. All right, so Dutch Cub, he's on the clock for his second pick. He already got he got a young guy, and I think I credited Ashton Genty to DGS earlier too. So y'all gotta pardon me, and even if I mess up, I need y'all to, you know what I'm saying, kind of follow along with everything that we got going on, and correct me when I'm wrong. Not if, when, because I will be. I will be. That's something you can guarantee. Yeah. Keep 2 in Superflex, half PPR, 12 teams. Lamar, Hampton, Gibbs, JSN, AJ Brown. I think he asking if I would keep 2 in the Superflex, half PPR. Well, you gotta keep Lamar. I'm keeping Lamar and Gibbs. Come on, man. That's a no-brainer. Lamar and Gibbs. Yeah. Lamar and Gibbs. My bad. I don't think I understood this question when he first asked it. Yeah, I don't think I understood him when he first was asking. think I got a lag going on. I'm just trying to follow everything. Just try to follow everything. Yeah, so we got the trade completed. We have the trade completed. Let's go. Let's pull it back up. What we got? Can anybody see anything wrong with this? Like who actually wins and who loses in a trade like this? Let's see. We got a new trade. My bad. My bad. Spicy Brady and Jay Mitch. Two of my guys. Let's see what's happening. We got 309, 704 for the first. Hey, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like I told the last trading partners or whatnot. Sit with it for a second and make sure that's what you want. Make sure that's what you want. Cause ain't no take backsies, man. There's no going back. Once I hit process on this, there is no going back. That's why I keep putting the link in the chat, in the sleeper chat, because I need y'all tuned in, because I don't feel like typing this in every time. I don't want to type it in. Like, make sure you agree. There's no going back. None. None whatsoever. Let me ask you something. Would you trade, it's for whoever listening, would you trade like your first, would you trade, no, would you trade your second, your third round pick for a first and a fourth round pick? You know what I'm saying? Essentially meaning you're going to get two firsts and two fourths. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make, you're still going to get four picks throughout the first four rounds, but they just going to come in different rounds than what's, they'll normally come in. Two firsts, two fourths. Like, what do you think about that trade? What do you think about that trade? And how would you proceed on that? And also, like I said, man, this is one league I done had to redo. Matter of fact, I done had to learn how to like take back a trade. You know what I mean? So, and I part of me feel conflicted in doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like handicapping people. You know what I mean? Like now it gives anybody the opportunity to be like, oh, after they realize they made a bad move, oh, I didn't mean to do that. So that's the only reason I'm like, hey man, make sure that you want to do what you're trying to do, because I don't think it's good for the league. You know what I'm saying? We all talk about what's good for the league, and I don't think that's good for the integrity of the league. You know what I'm saying? To make moves and then be like, I didn't mean to do it. Like anybody can get one, You know what I'm saying? But everybody can't get one. And anybody can't get multiples. You understand what I'm saying? Because now you're a repeat. You're a repeater, Peter. Yeah. And it just draws a little suspicion. So, you know, for that reason, we cannot do it. We will not do it. Okay. Okay. Phew. So we won out. Well, what time do the overnight pause start? Yeah, I know. I see it. I see it. It's all good. Okay. So we trying to trying to move through it. They trying to move through it. We got Hurts. What's that? The 14th quarterback, closer to his rankings than a lot of these other quarterbacks. So Dutch Cub, he starts with a young running back and an OG quarterback. So essentially, he got two running backs. Let me cut it out. Let me cut it out. Nah, he got him a running back and a quarterback. Now, look, all bullshit aside, Jalen Hurts, he'll get you a lot of fantasy points. A lot of fantasy points, you know. And it's gonna come at the expense of somebody that ain't Saquon Barkley is not up here. Oh, Saquon Barkley is not up here on the. No one's drafted him. This draft keeps getting more interesting, by the pick. But, it's just like we said, with all of these quarterbacks, so you have to think about it. What's this? 4 in the first round, 5 in the second, 1 in the that's shit, 12 fucking quarterbacks. Wait a minute. 4, 5. We got 10 quarterbacks gone already. I think my counter was off. Yeah, so 10, this the top 10, and there's no Purdy up here anywhere. There's no JG go off up here anywhere. There's, who else did we have? I think everybody else we had up here. Only person that's up here that we didn't have got to be Justin Herbert. Because I think even Jackson Dart, came in a little higher than a lot of these guys. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Oh, that's you. That's you trading. That's you trading Jay Mitch. Yeah, Jay Mitch and Spicy Brady. Okay, yeah. But still, I just want to make sure everybody good with it. We good. I take your word for it. I'm good with it. Hey, again, I really don't care about none of like I don't care what y'all choose to trade, man. I don't wanna cause the uproar because I understand how some people can feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if if it's seeming like, hey man, you getting it too much, but you never know what somebody eyeing. You know, I remember last year this same uproar was caused about a trade that was going on with Scat. And that was kind of before he went on his little run, you know what I'm saying? Before he got injured and everything. And it almost caused the whole league to erupt and just be over with, you know. But after he did what he did, it was like, oh, okay. And then like the trade wasn't really for nothing. It was like a fourth round, a third, fourth round or something. But I don't know. It was a big deal. So, and I didn't understand that then. But I mean, I can see if somebody that's not fully tuned in to something, you know what I'm saying, could feel about anything. And then at the same time, if you don't know how to play fantasy, is it up to everybody else to always save you? Hmm. Hmm. I wonder. Woo! But we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here as long as everybody is picking, you know, because football is money. And we want to know everything that's got going on. See, some people ain't paying attention. I said they playing with kids and I'm saying they doing schoolwork. You know what I'm talking about? They watching soap operas, going to the park, watching movies. They doing everything except what they supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they doing. And how can you be tuned in if you ain't tuned in? You gotta be tapped in, my friend. We up in here. Yeah, we up in here. Yeah. I see you, J Dub. I know you with me. I know you with me. I think everybody in this league is fantasy freaks because we all in this motherfucker in July. A lot of us been in here probably since June and all ready to draft. So we all fantasy freaks, but you know some are just a little bit more freakier. You know what I mean? Like he really started drafting. They ain't ready for these lineups to go, and don't be looking at them projections and you know who's likely man bump all that. Cause I'm telling you, it ain't gonna go like it's looking like. It ain't gonna go like you think it's gonna go. It can't. What we got? Charges on the board. Any day, my boy. Any day, my boy. I got too much shit going on over here. All right, we'll break back to that when we get some action on the board. We're gonna let's check out let's check out last week's episode in its entirety. As we get some picks or whatnot, man, we'll hop out. We'll hop out and kind of go over it when we get a few of them.
Set. Blue 80. Blue 80. 180. 180. Set.
If the quarterback situation ain't right, then the whole offense is corrupt.
Set.
You can't sell me hope if you ain't got a quarterback.
Set. Blue 80. Blue 80. 180. 180.
That fantasy pick might look good on paper, but what's his role?
Set.
You don't win your fantasy league on draft night. You win it with everything you do before and after.
Welcome to Football is Money, where every snap has a price, every decision has value, and every Sunday, somebody gets paid. Let's get it! Football is money! That's the mission. Fantasy betting every division, every touchdown, every decision. We don't chase hype, we chase precision. Football is money. We cashing out, breaking every matchup, no doubt. If it makes dollars, then it makes sense. Welcome to Football is Money. Monday film, Friday picks, Sunday tickets, watch them hit. Fantasy lineups, betting slips, power rankings, championships, quarterbacks, pocket clean, read defenses, know what they mean, no hot takes, no guessing games. We bring numbers, we bring names. That's the movement. Every episode, constant improvement. And NFL, college too. If football matters, we're talking to you. Cowboys Corner, cash in the end zone, fantasy life, coach mode, QB power, draft grades every week, new plays. We don't follow, we evaluate, find the value, separate, because Vegas sets the line. Football is money, reads between the signs. Football is money. Louder now, turn it up. Hear the crowd. Every season, every play. Football is money every day. This is Football is Money. Real football, real talk, real money. Let's eat.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Football is Money. I am your host, they call me Boss, and you are tuned in to your favorite football podcast, where we don't just talk about football highlights. We talk about fantasy football, betting football, and having the proper mindset that you need to stay ahead of your competition.
And this week, we back with another edition of Inside the Division. And today we're going into the NFC North. And I think this is one of the most intriguing divisions out here today because nobody's been able to truly take control. I think I believe every team got a reason to believe this year, right? Every team got young talent and every team has expectations, but every team also has questions. And these questions need some answers, right? So today we're going to go team by team to try to figure out who's built to compete, who's loaded with fantasy value, and where we think the betting value is really at in the NFC North. And by the time we're done, we'll have a much clearer picture of what this division is going to look like heading into 2026. So let's get started. The defending NFC North champions, the Chicago Bears. Last season, they proved they could win this division. This season, the challenge is proving that they can stay there. Let's put the Chicago Bears under the footballer's money microscope. Can the Bears remain the big dog in the NFC North? In a division where we're talking about Lions, Vikings, Packers, and Bears. Oh my. All right, let's talk about it. Last season changed everything for this franchise. Caleb Williams took a major step forward under the new coaching staff. The Bears, they won the NFC North. They made a deep playoff run, and now they're no longer the Hunters. They're the Hunted, right? But here's where things get interesting. Vegas got Chicago sitting at around plus 310 to plus 325, depending on what sportsbook you're betting on, with a win total sitting at 9.5 games. So let's answer the main three questions that we always have to answer here at Footballers Money. Number one, what does this mean for football in general, as a whole? Number two, what does this mean for your fantasy lineup? Very important. But most important, what does this mean for our pockets? What does it mean for our pockets, man? So let's see. Coaching changed this franchise. I think coaching changed more than a quarterback. Obviously, we saw it in real time. The offense found an identity. Caleb looked comfortable, and Chicago finally played complementary football. Winning the NFC North wasn't luck. This young roster earned that. And now they're defending expectations instead of excuses. Many camps showed a confident, organized football team. They look like they expect to win, with Caleb Williams entering year 3. And this is where franchise quarterbacks normally take their biggest jump. So we all know the biggest question isn't about talent. The biggest question is, can they remain on top in one of the NFL's toughest divisions, the NFC North? Let's see. Talk about the fantasy football. Caleb Williams is my favorite fantasy piece on this roster, obviously. I actually had him finishing as the number one producing quarterback for your fantasy team, obviously. And DeAndre Swift is a solid running back 2, RB2. I don't see RB1 production mainly because he'll be splitting touches with Cal Monangai. Romo Doomsday, Luther Burden III, both have upside, but I don't see wide receiver 1 potential there. The tight end, Colston Loveland, I believe he can transition into your TE1 throughout this year. So, but the problem with that is, where are you going to draft him? What's his price going to be, right? I keep an eye on Chicago's IDP players, see where they move up and down on the depth chart during training camp. So outside of Caleb, I'm drafting the Bears based on value and no hype whatsoever. Let's check the market again. So Vegas got the Bears sitting at plus 325, 9.5 game win total. Here's my question. They did win a division last year, right? So how could they have them in finishing at third, finishing at third place? Did Caleb get worse? Did the coaching staff get worse? I mean, I don't think so. But I think the market is treating last year like a fluke when I think it was